Howdy.
Hi.
I'm Maxine Beach, and this is my husband, Ross Watson. And while we're under stay in place, what's it called?
The,
Shelter in place,
the isolation
isolation, we've decided to,
quarantine.
to do reviews of all the movies that we're watching on streaming. So Ross just subscribed to Disney not long ago because you wanted to watch.
The Mandalorian. Watch it. It's fucking
Excellent. Mandalorian, really good. So the Disney has all the Marvel movies, and usually we'd go to the theater to see Marvel movies, but we missed one. So we watched it today, and it's Captain Marvel, or should I say, Captain Marvel. Ross, tell
Yeah.
us who's in it.
Brie Larson plays Captain Marvel. You got Sam Jackson and Clark Gregg reprising the roles of Nick Fury and Agent Coulson, respectively. And Ben Mendelsohn plays Talos, the one of the main characters, and Jude Law and Annette Bening are also in it.
Oh, Annette Bening's really
Yeah.
good in it too. And Jude Law's hot, of course. But the first thing I want to say before I forget is at the very beginning, when they give the credit of who makes the movie, so it's the Marvel credit, they had this whole montage to Stan Lee, and I started crying. I look over. He's crying too. We were both crying because I guess the movie came out the same
He
year.
died while they were editing it.
Yeah, so
So they put in a tribute to him in the little Marvel logo that comes up at the very beginning,
yeah.
and it was very touching. I've known who Stan Lee was since I was like 4, because he used to do the old Saturday morning Spider-Man cartoons,
Oh yeah.
and he would narrate, "Hey, it's your pal Stan Lee, Excelsior." Yeah, it was. I've known that voice my entire life.
I'm not a big. I love comic books and graphic novels, but not in this vein. But I love Stanley because people I love Stanley. So uh, yeah. So anyway, I just have a couple of things to say about the movie, and that is, and we haven't talked about it beforehand, so he has no idea what I think. I have no idea what he thinks. I just want to say, yes, 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 yes. Strong female lead, of course, Captain Marvel, and she was amazing. I thought the actress did a really. What's the actress's name again?
Brie Larson.
Brie Larson did a really good job. Most women characters, when there are strong characters like that, superheroes or whatever, they're sort of one-dimensional sex pots. Not that
I
saying
think
anything,
there have been a lot of exceptions to that.
but there's nothing wrong with curvy sex pots. But let me. And she's usually women are put into either a Madonna, pure girl next door role, or the whore, sex pot role. And I thought that this character did neither of that, and it was actually a really three-dimensional, well-rounded character. So I got very excited about that. That's all I was gonna say.
Oh, I was gonna say I wouldn't expect anything less from Marvel Studios. I mean, you got Agent May and you got Bobby on Agents of Shield. Well, really, all the women on Agents of Shield are just they're all 3 dimensional. There aren't.
I think this is why I continue to.
Black Widow
Yeah.
is very 3 dimensional.
I think this is why I continue to watch these movies and television shows with you, is because I'm not at all offended or put off by the female characters. I actually like them very much. And in this film, I let me tell you, I started by saying that I cried with the Stan Lee tribute. I cried later in the movie too because of a quote, something that the main character says, which I'm not going to tell you because then it would give it away. But something that she said really tapped into my feminist being. But anyway, I thought the movie was great. I thought the special effects were amazing. Um, uh, Nick Fury and
Coulson.
Coulson were both their faces were computerized to look younger because it takes place in the 90s.
95, yeah. And you I couldn't tell.
I could tell initially, but then I got really used to it.
Yeah, like it wasn't like they did it with in Rogue One with Grand Moff Tarkin and with Princess Leia, and those looked. It was obvious when they did those.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember those. But I think I do.
But I think they've kind of nailed the technique by now.
Yeah, but after a while, I got Nick Fury. I didn't even notice after a while. So the special effects were great all the way through it. I
think it probably helps though that they have a lot of footage of him at that age.
yeah. But I mean, more than just the face stuff. I thought all the special effects, the aliens, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't call them aliens.
No, they're aliens. The Skrull.
The Skrull. All, just all the effects were really good. Yeah, which one would expect for as much money as they spent on it. And you know what else? I really liked, Ross, was the soundtrack.
God, yeah.
Because it was set in 1995, and so, oh my God. I love 1995 when it comes to music. The music was so good.
When No Doubt's Just a Girl's playing, that's a really great moment in the movie.
But they played Nirvana, of course, and Hole, and no more chasing waterfalls.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. TLC.
TLC, yeah. It was just the soundtrack was really fun. The special effects were fun. The acting was fun. It had a feminist backbone. The whole spine was feminist. I thought, I if we were gonna give it stars, I would give it a 4.8 out of 5. And the only reason why I wouldn't give it a 5 is because, these kinds of movies, they're cotton candy. For me, anyway. I hardly ever remember them. We watch all of them, and I just totally forget about the plots and all that stuff. Because it's like, it tastes good, and it's fun in the moment, but it has no nutritional values, so I don't really retain it in my memory. So that's the only reason why I would take off just a little bit of a point. Why wouldn't you give it a 5 out of a 5?
Oh, because there's very few films that would get a perfect 5. Like, perfection is not a real thing. Like,
Okay, I know a film that I would give a 5 out of 5.
Yeah?
Sorry to bother you.
4.8.
Sorry to bother you?
Yeah.
You think Sorry to Bother You and Captain Marvel are on the same? Okay.
No, that's apples and oranges. They're not even close to the same thing. But I mean, as far as how close they got to perfection for their genre, yeah, I think they both got it about equally right. Yeah.
Now I have no idea I have no idea with Captain Marvel what the reviews were when it came out. I don't know. I suspect that the little incel assholes probably were like, we don't like it. It's a female lead. I don't know.
Yeah, the dipshit comic book nerds that don't understand what they've been reading for the last 40 years and what the points were. They just kind of like looking at the pretty pictures.
I can imagine that they didn't like it because it was really woman-centered, but that made me like it a lot.
I like women. Like, there's...
He doesn't care. Woman, female lead, male lead does not matter to my beautiful husband. So anyway, if you haven't seen it already, I'd recommend it. If you like that kind of stuff, I'd recommend it.
I'd recommend it even if you don't like that kind of stuff. It might be the thing that makes you kind of like that kind of stuff.
Thanks for watching, and as long as we're quarantined, we'll keep reviewing movies. Bye.